Hey everybody, it's JD. I'm recording a entry video to Jeffery KomicKahn's 200 subscriber contest. I love doing these contests. I think it's great. So the contest is you got to name, you like, comment, and you got to name your top 5 favorite heroes. You didn't say villains or anti-heroes. So Thor, Silver Surfer, Doctor Strange. Now this is where it gets dicey. If it's anti-heroes, I could throw Venom and Elektra in there, but leaving them aside, probably Spidey, Daredevil's up there, Hulk, and Namor. I'm a big Defenders fan, and I love the New York connections, especially the kids from New York. Hell's Kitchen has a special place for me, hence it's my neighborhood. But another part of it was, what's the comic you cherish the most? And it's funny because it's not a dollar value book, actually it's terrible condition, and I had it graded just for one purpose only. The one that started it all, the comic book that was given to me after I saw the movie Star Wars. I got it for, I think, my birthday or Christmas. They were both in December. And I got it the year it came out, and I then put it in a picture frame on my desk. I mean, in my room as a kid growing up, and it stayed there till I moved out. There were posters and everything else, everything from Star Wars posters to Darryl Strawberry on the Mets posters to, there were a lot of Claudia Schiffer and Cindy Crawford posters in my teen years, and then I went off to college, and it was a lot of, Snoop Dogg, Grateful Dead kind of stuff going on, but all good. So this is the one. This is it. This is that book. This is Star Wars #1 from 1977. I did have it graded. Kind of just wanted to see what I would get after a book that's been manhandled, destroyed, and here and there. And it's got a 6, white pages. Probably don't really care about the grade. It's preserved, belongs to my son now. This is the one that started me collecting comics because prior to this, I was a child. I didn't know how to read. This was just the only thing that came out at that time, other than a real book, which I had the book. It was about this big paperback book, gold, and it said Star Wars. It had like 10 pictures in it. I ripped the pictures out and hung them on my wall. I loved Star Wars when it came out. Changed me, made me into a big fan. So actually I got 1, 2, and I did get 3 and 4. Here's 4. I have a reprint of 3. My sister tore up 3 at some point she tore it up. I don't know why. But my sister's also a big reason I have another book. So I have 5 sisters. The one that is a huge Star Wars fan with me, she got me the other one. So then after Star Wars came out, by the way, that was the one that there. I'm going to make this a Star Wars comic video. I figured might as well. I'd never seen anybody do it. So then I'll just do Star Wars 1 from 1977. This is the Marvel version. There'll be one Dark Horse book, but the rest are going to be Marvel. Here's Empire Strikes Back, the second movie. This came out in September of 80. Movie came out in 80. Vader's on the cover. I'm a big Vader fan, as you guys know. I do a lot of original art with Vader and Thanos and stuff. Some original art I had done, too. First time Vader fights Luke in a comic book is number 44. I'm skipping a book for a reason, you'll see. Then, as time went on, there were new series that came out. There was a Dark Horse series. But I'm going to go back to the most current series, the Jason Aaron and Charles Soule series. I just had a bunch of signed books. Mark Brooks signed this cover for me. Charles Soule as well. Dave Dorman did this sketch cover, which I absolutely love. Kind of taught me how to do a little bit of Vader. He's kind of a local guy, and I've talked to him a few times about it. He's really cool. Then there's the modern Star Wars, and it's just the covers are a lot better. But nothing beats the Walt Simonson did a bunch of stuff. I mean, a lot of artists from the 80s got their start doing Star Wars, too. So here's some modern stuff. And then we get into some more Star Wars. This is Star Wars number 50 variant, Vader variant, which is just a kick-ass book. Okay, now, there are also some tribute comics that came out in the 70s as well, including Howard the Duck. I think this is number 23, which was there. You can see Howard's as Luke, and I think his name is KomicKahn, the Barbarian. If anyone wants to comment with the right name, that's cool. I don't mind that. You have Jennifer is the Princess Leia. Man-Thing hanging out at back in this Chewbacca. And the robot, and there is 3PO and Vader. It's just cool. Then Spidey did a Star Wars tribute here on the Electric Company ones, kind of the Thanos copter stuff. This was another one where Spidey is Skywalker, Moondragon is Princess Leia, Doctor Doom is Vader. I don't see any robots in there, but you do see a lot of Buscema there, so that's pretty good stuff. So I have my favorite characters in Star Wars 2 and Star Wars comics, and I'm going to go through 3, 2, 1. 3 is a character that only appears in books by Timothy Zahn and comics this year. And Jodie Hauser did this, and she's pretty amazing. She has a good style, and his name was Grand Admiral Thrawn, and Matina did a cover that I didn't get, and I'm looking for it in the wild. I don't want to eBay it, but this is Grand Admiral Thrawn. He's kind of a really cool character. My second favorite character, another villain, again, I'm only going to do the villains, is Boba Fett. I mean, he's Boba Fett. He's badass. And my sister bought me this book and this book. She spent $30 on these 2 books. I think on my 16th birthday, or she said she spent 30, whatever. This is what they are. First appearance of Boba Fett, which I had one, but she got me, well, I didn't really have one, but they're in number 68. Those cool Boba Fett covers. There's another cool Boba Fett cover, Bloodlines, Dark Horse. This is the Dark Horse book. And then 2 weeks ago, this came out. Or 3 weeks ago, maybe longer. That came out. So there you go. Cool Boba Fett covers. And number one guy is going to be Darth Vader. So it all starts with Vader. Here he is. This is my toy. The only 2 I didn't let anybody play with was Vader and Luke. And Obi-Wan. I can't find my Obi-Wan. I'm pretty sure my daughter got to it. But there's my Vader. And there's a comic, Vader #1 on the new series. These covers are ridiculous. Everybody from Matina to Salid to Delato, everybody does these covers. You can look them up. Vader #1 again. Here's the cover of the annual. This was the 2015 San Diego Comic-Con variant. Here's number 11. Number 14 from earlier. Look at that Vader coming out of the water. Badass. And recently, it's just been great. I mean, it's number 19. And the stories are canon, so it's really cool if you're a Star Wars fan. 21 and 22. I have a lot more, but I just showed just some Vader covers there. And some of the original art. I might have shown this before. This is a tribute to Thor 126, but it's my favorite 2 villains going at it. You can see the gauntlets down here on Thanos. This was done by Steve Palua. Aloha. Mahalo, my Hawaiian friend. You know I'm going to do a Silver Surfer 4 cover tribute. And there you go. This actually is a wraparound cover where you do the TIE Fighter with Vader's on. Just badass right there. And then, my little tidbit here. Tribute to X-Men 141. So there it is. You know my logo is Vader holding the Infinity Gauntlet. It's my favorite 2 villains. So it just serves as 2 purposes. The link to Jeffery KomicKahn's contest will be in my video. This is my entry saying what comic one I won't ever get rid of. And it's pretty simple to me. It's my Star Wars one. It's the one that started it all for me. And it makes me have all this stuff. So, and more to come. Always. I'll be doing another video coming up soon. I'll do an unboxing from CGC. I've got 5 books there now. Hopefully they're all getting good grades. I've got 8 or so silvers going to be heading out soon. I have 8 moderns. I've got another 8 silvers. I've got a lot of stuff ready to get graded. Now's the time for me to grade because they're one CGC advice here. Last time I gave you a CGC advice on going through your books and making sure and choosing what tier. If you have a in-between tier. The next thing I'm going to tell you is avoid sending books in con season. Best time to send books after New York Comic Con, before April. Now's the time to send them. con season, they're busy all over the place. But that's about it. I also have here, I've got 3 more big videos coming up. I have a possible 100 subscriber video coming out, which you're not going to want to miss because I'm going to break out. I'm going to celebrate that. Another one is my Women in Comics, which I might just have to do it without this piece coming in because I don't think CGC is going to send that one back in time. And I want to get this done before the end of the month because Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and I'll show you I've donated some comics. I'm selling comics on eBay. I'm not going to put my eBay thing in. I'm selling 4 books on eBay going towards breast cancer awareness, or portions donated. I think it's like 40% of it's going there. I've got those 2. I have another contest entry to do for JPL. That's going to be a fun one. I recommend you do that one too. Look up that one, JPL Comics. Anyway, thank you all for subscribing, liking. Don't forget my contest video. Tell me what you're thankful for. You don't have to do a video, but the YouTubers that want to do it, tell me what you're thankful for in comics in 2018. Get 2 entries for that whole stack of books, and I'm adding bonus prizes once I get to 25 entries. I'll be adding 3 signed books, 1 in each one. Each book will be come out from this year. Each one is from Midtown Comics with a certificate of authenticity. And I've got a lot of signed books. Maybe one even CGC if I can get it back in time. But if it, probably not. But the 3 are going to be out there. Anyway, thank you guys for your time. Subscribe. New comic book day this week. Looks slim, but there's always a good thing in there. Talk to you later. Thanks. Bye-bye.